Hello, guys, and welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle, and I'm joined here by my brother Tim, and we are going to be looking at IEM Cologne CSGO. We have how many games we're looking at for this one?
Looking at another 6-game slate.
Another 6-game slate, so it should be a fun one. We're still in the main tournament here. Some elimination games coming up tomorrow, I believe, as well. So it should be an interesting slate for that. How did today go? And what are you looking at? What are you looking forward to on this one?
Today was not a good day. I went 1-5. My only win being G2, which barely pulled it off. Well, they had to reverse sweep in order for us to do it. And yeah, it just wasn't a good day. Started off with. Let's look at the results from today. I had FaZe, they got swept. I had Spirit, they almost pulled it off. I was on the wrong side of a couple overtime games today, so overall can't really be too mad about it. I had Mouse Sports sweeping, Liquid won. I had Complexity. Complexity really pissed me off today with what they did. They went and they won the first map quite nicely, 16-6. And then went up 15-9 on the next map. 6 map points. And they proceeded to choke that away and lose 10 straight rounds, lose that map, and then lose the following map 16-12, and losing my bet in the process. So overall, not really too happy about that. But hopefully we can go ahead and turn around tomorrow and have some more plus money bets that I think can totally cash.
Absolutely. All right. Then let's take a look at this next round. And we'll hop right into it for today. We're going to kick it off here with FaZe Clan taking on Team Spirit. We have Team Spirit at a minus 28 to plus 107 run back for FaZe. You can get Spirit minus 1.5 at plus 212. The plus 1.5 for FaZe is a minus 286, plus 274 for minus 1.5 on FaZe. Where are we looking at to start off this slate?
Today, I forgot to click that part.
There you go.
To start off, I'm going FaZe again for today. They didn't really look too good today. They got swept by Astralis. I mean, they didn't look terrible. The games were pretty close with a 16-13 game that was pretty close, and then a double overtime, the triple overtime loss, which they could have easily had a couple times. It's just they didn't do what they need to, and the Spirit barely lost. They almost were able to go and take down Heroic. That one was really close. But I think this FaZe team is definitely a strong team. They had to go up against an Astralis, which is a LAN team. They are very good when they're face-on-face with their opponents. And I just think that FaZe got the brunt of it. I think FaZe comes back tomorrow, avoids elimination. Olaf has a big game. Twist has a big game. And I think they're able to take out Spirit in this elimination game tomorrow.
Would you look at over or under 2.5 maps for this one?
I think this one could be easily a 3-mapper. I personally don't like to bet over unders. I like to just look at the teams because I want to be, if I get the team right, then that's what matters. I'm not really going to go after totals. If anything, maybe go over that, but not really too interested in that.
All right. So I just wanted to get your input in there because I remember when I used to bet CSGO, I would look at over unders a lot. And try to target those. If I didn't have a feel on who was going to win the match, I would look at to see how many maps it'll go.
So, you got a point. Hey, sometimes people like to bet that stuff. So
yeah, but moving on to the next match here, we have Furia taking on Renegades, the underdog of the tournament here. Renegades. Furia is a minus 164. It's a plus 136 run back for Renegades. You can get the Furia at minus 1.5 at plus 159. The Renegades plus 1.5. The other side is a minus 208. And Renegades minus 1.5 is plus 315. Where are we looking at for this one?
I keep forgetting to switch. Sorry, I'm in control, but I'm not in control. I'm going back. I think that the miracle run of Renegades is over. They looked really good throughout the play-ins, but I just think they're done. We lost so far. We've lost 2 out of the 7 Aussie players in this tournament. And I think we lose the rest of them tomorrow. I think Furia sweeps this match. I grabbed them -1.5, seeing that I don't want to pay a -164. I just think that Furia, it just way outclasses them. We did see Renegades win a map against Navi, which I think was a real shocker. I don't think it happens tomorrow. I think they just go down. I'm not a big person on this Renegades team anymore. I just think that Furia is the overall better team. Art will have a big game. Vinny will have a big game, and I just think this is a solid spot for Furia again.
Alrighty, sounds good there. Moving on to the next one here, we have Team Liquid taking on Big Clan. -115 for Team Liquid, -104 the opposite way with Big. Liquid -1.5, +235. Big +1.5 on -323, a +157 for the -1.5 on Big. Where are we looking at for this matchup?
I'll be going back to Big tomorrow. I was not on them today when against G2. That was my only right decision. I'll be back on them tomorrow. They played a good first map against G2 today, and then proceeded to lose the next two games, a combined 32-5. So it was not pretty. It was a 16-1, a 16-4. You just saw G2 just absolutely pummel them in their last two games. I think they come back tomorrow and do well. Liquid barely scathed elimination. They won the first map, lost the second map, and then the third map between them and Mouse Sports went to a quadruple overtime. And I don't know if they can really come back from that. I mean, yes, they won that game, but that's a lot. That's a lot to go through. I do think Big is the better team overall in this one. They've been playing a lot better than all the other teams. They just came in contact with a dominant G2 team that I think is going to win the entire tournament. So I'm going to be grabbing Big tomorrow. You can get them at the -104. I think that eventually, if you wait overnight, you might be able to get them at plus money. But I'm all right with just grabbing them at the -104 right now.
Fair enough. Fair enough for that matchup. Moving on to our next game here, we have Team Vitality taking on Navi. -189 for Navi. You're getting a +156 run back for Vitality. Navi on the -1.5, +153. Vitality +1.5, -200. The -1.5 is a +386. Where are we looking at for this matchup?
This Vitality team has been something else this tournament. So far, they've played 6 maps in this IEM Cologne. They are 5-1. They beat Renegades pretty easily. They won a best of 3, a 3-mapper against Spirit, and then swept Furia. I can't really go against them right now. We saw Navi go up against Renegades and lost a map, and they looked very shaky throughout all those games. I just think there's going to be upset tomorrow, and Vitality is another one of those land teams. If you watch the thing and you see Apex just get really emotional, really just start shit talking the entire teams, and you can just see him yelling out whatever he is in French. He's a very emotional player, and he is perfect for LAN. Zywoo's going to have another big game. It's just going to be a solid spot for Vitality, I feel, for tomorrow. You're getting them a nice plus money tag. I just think they have what it takes to be able to beat Navi. Navi has not been looking – I mean, yes, they've been winning their matches, but they have not been looking like the way that we expect them to. So I'm going to go ahead and grab Vitality. They just look really, really good so far in this tournament.
Fair enough there. All right, moving on to the next matchup here. We have the Ninjas in Pyjamas taking on Virtus Pro. Nip here a -175, +145 the other way with Virtus Pro. The -1.5 for Nip is a +165, +1.5 for Virtus Pro, -217, -1.5 for Virtus Pro, +386. This Nip team's looked pretty good so far. Where are we looking at for this one?
Yeah, that's exactly right. I'm going to go after Nip again. They looked quite solid throughout this tournament. They had their little bit. Wait, no, they're still in the winners bracket. No, they lost to Gambit today. That was a really close series. After they won the first map, I really thought that Nip was going to be able to pull it out, and then they end up losing the last 2 maps. That's fine. I'm not really too concerned about it. Gambit's the #1 team in the world. Throughout this tournament, though, Nip has looked solid. They beat LDLC, swept Mouse Sports, won a series against Liquid, and then ran a close series against Gambit. On the other side, we've seen Virtus Pro, who faced Big. They got swept by Big, wasn't close, to get dropped down to the losers bracket. And then this is the team that pissed me off today. That was against Complexity. They were down 15-9 in the second map, came back, tied it up, won 10 rounds in a row. And I don't think that was more of a Virtus Pro doing good. It's Complexity choking that one away. I'm grabbing Nip to sweep. I just think it's Nip's the better team. It shows in the numbers. I just think they have an easier time. Virtus Pro should be out of this tournament. This should be Complexity, and it would be a lot closer. But I'm favoring Nip all the way tomorrow.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good on that one. Heading into our final matchup of the day, we are looking at Heroic taking on Astralis. It is a minus 152 for Heroic. It's a plus 124 the opposite way with Astralis. Heroic on the minus 1.5 line, plus 197. Astralis plus 1.5 is a minus 263. And the minus 1.5 for Astralis, plus 303. Are we looking at a dog and maybe taking a shot on the big plus 300 line, or are we looking the opposite way here?
No, I'm taking the dog tomorrow. Astralis is a land team. They did not do well in the online era. They were consistent, but they did not play well. But they come to LAN and they look like a whole nother team. They swept FaZe today, looked very promising in that one. Bubsky helped out a bunch. We saw some good performances by Glaive. We saw some good performances by Magix. It was just an overall solid spot. On the Heroic side, they looked very, very shaky. They hadn't played in a while, and they almost lost a 3-mapper to Spirit. And they very well should have. They did not play well in that thing at all. They had to win an overtime game in order to get through it, and they were big favorites. This is another thing. This is a battle of the Danish. These two teams are the top two in Denmark. You better believe they're going to want to ride their country's pride and try to get through this, try to beat each other. This one's going to be a heavy competitive series. I think this one goes 3. I'm taking Astralis plus 124 tomorrow. I just think they can go ahead and get through this Heroic team that did not look all that good, even though they did win against Spirit. Astralis looks a lot better. I'm going Astralis tomorrow.
All right. Sounds good here. So a quick little recap over Tim's plays for tomorrow. Kicking it off here, looking at the FaZe clan plus 107. Following it up by Furia on the map line at plus 159. Big at minus 104. Vitality plus 156. Nip on the map line plus 165. And finishing it off with Astralis here plus 124. Looking at a lot of dogs tomorrow. Hopefully the dogs are out and barking, and we can make some money here in CSGO. But that's going to just about wrap it up for the stream. Anything else you want to say before we head on out here?
Hey, I'm ready for I'm ready for a big day tomorrow. I have a good feeling about it.
All right, sounds good. But that's going to just about wrap it up for the stream. We want to thank you guys as always for watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we are live here on ESB, which is every single morning, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But that's going to just about wrap it up for the stream. We want to thank you guys for watching. My name is Nicholas Earle. I was joined here by my brother Tim, and this has been the Earle Sports Bet Show. Thank you guys, and good luck.
See you guys.